Details for you on that coming up in just a few more minutes.
We cannot wait. Thank you so much, Andy. Well, Mid-Michigan is very unique, and so is its history. So as we continue celebrating the 517 today, we're also going to be looking at how they celebrate its history.
Yes, and we spoke to a local historian about our history, and it's a history worth holding on to. You'll see why. Take a look.
All those people photographed our ancestors, they photographed the city. They're the ones who documented that history that we have today. Not only do I wish I could meet the people who were in the photos, but the people who took them too, because, you know, all the people they interacted with, for example, Chief Okemos having his photo taken in Lansing.
Throughout the 19th century, there were, at one point, 70 photographers in the span of 25 years. These people, some of them unknown, give us the first snapshot of what we know about how the 517 came to be. Jacob McCormick has dedicated his career to studying our history.
So I grew up in Holt, I've been here my whole life, and I love it. I plan to be here forever. I wear lots of different hats in the area. So I'm the president of the Holt Delhi Historical Society, a trustee with the Historical Society of Greater Lansing, chair of the Ingham County Historical Commission, and then I work as a public historian and photo archivist for the state as well. So doing history all the time, and it's sort of my whole being. Family history is really what got me into local history. I think that's the case with a lot of people. Then you start researching the photographers in Lansing and Holt and all those puzzle pieces coming together, and it becomes personal when you can look at it from a family lens. That's what I love about it.
But we know that our story starts thousands of years before the camera. It's believed our area and the Great Lakes region has been occupied and traveled by indigenous people for over 10,000 years before Europeans got here. The Ottawa, Ojibwa, Chippewa, and Potawatomi have a critical part of our history.
So there is not only a fantastic sort of indigenous history in the area, but with the capital settling in Lansing in 1847, and basically Lansing being a planned city around the capital moving here is super fascinating. It's sort of a unique situation. It's also interesting to say that much of the rest of Ingham County is older than Lansing. The county sort of developed from a southeasterly direction to the northwest, which is interesting. A lot of people maybe think of Lansing as the center of Ingham County, but really it was sort of one of the last puzzle pieces of the county that came together.
When settlers got here, the 517 was marshy, mostly wilderness. Settlers moved east to west following ancient Native American trails from Jackson to Dexter into the Stockbridge area. The Lansing area would follow, and industry takes hold. And as they say, the rest is history.
We are a city of industry, of the auto industry, the industry of government, the industry of education. So the Capitol Campus Cars theme is something I always circle back to, with having state government, having the auto industry, Oldsmobile and GM, as well as MSU, all right within this relatively small area. That's a major employer, and that's where a whole bunch of our history comes from, which I think is really cool.
And as our history continues to be written, McCormick encourages us to rediscover this place we call home.
Even if you're local, be a tourist. Come visit the state capitol, come visit your local museums, your local historical societies, because the more people who know about it, the less likely we are to lose some of these historic buildings and to lose some of these sort of oral traditions and oral history that we have in the area.
Now, as far as the 517 area code goes, that was given to us in 1947 when that telephone got really popular.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. The cell phone?
Yeah.
Or now, as the kids say, the telephone. They have, this is what they use for the telephone.
They do this. They go like this or this.
Yeah, rather than this. Regardless, we are happy that we can put the 517 before most phone numbers over here. But good 517 high five.
Thank you
for all that history, because that was super fun, and it's always good to know where we came from.
Absolutely.
So we can continue to go forward. And as we move forward on this fun day,